Hold on to your lace fronts, Atlanta, because the crown is slipping, the claws are out, and oh baby, it's criminal this season. Literally. So, let me ask you this. What do you get when you throw together a fake pregnancy, a diss track, wore a mugshot with lip gloss, 3 baby daddies, and a BBL gone wrong all under one scandal-soaked roof? You get Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13. The season's so explosive. Ivenga's the cast allegedly had to sign, and trust me, MTV doesn't want you knowing what's really going down this time. Isn't your average hair-pulling, wine-throwing type of mess? Nah. Is next-level scripted chaos so thick even the editors can't cut around it? Let's start right where the super trailer left us sweating. If I can't have it, I'll destroy it. Girl, that's not just a threat. That's this season's mission. Statement? Carly Red was allegedly caught up in a criminal ring involving stolen Chanel bags and a fraudulent OnlyFans collab. Spice. Rumor has it, she clapped back so hard. A diss track that MTV had to bleep out half the episode for legal reasons. Rashida and Kirk are another Who's the Baby Daddy saga, but this time the twist involves DNA, a stripper from Magic City, and a text that leaked in the group chat. And that's not even the wild part, because this season, brace yourself, someone gets arrested on camera. Yes, handcuffed, booked, and mishotted. And it's not who you think. Insiders are whispering that MTV tried to edit around it. But leaked footage online has already started to circulate, allegedly. Someone's baby daddy came to set drunk, confronted another cast member, and ended up being escorted out in cuffs. And according to an anonymous crew member, yes, we got sources. The fight was a half-eaten plate of hot wings. This isn't reality TV anymore. This is evidence. And speaking of secrets, guess who might be hiding a pregnancy? Really? Guess? Because according to fans online, there's more than one cast member sporting oversized hoodies and just glowing energy. And it isn't any makeup trick. Producers are staying tight-lipped. But a source claims a certain Love and Hip Hop star doesn't know if the baby, current man, or his best friend. You didn't hear that from Menno. Let's talk. Jessica Dime. Yeah, she's back and allegedly on a mission to air out every single person who crossed her before her exit. The wig snatching is spiritual this time. One insider says Dime comes back with a list, and yes, names are being named. Allegedly, they had to stop filming when a reunion taping turned into a verbal roast session that ended with someone storming out barefoot yelling, "I kept the receipts, ho!" But that's just a Wednesday in Atlanta. Let's not forget Yandandi and Mendy, who have their own royal andal brewing. Remember when Yandandi said, "Sometimes you have to live in your truth and deal with your mess"? Sis was talking about her man's side, chick allegedly pulling up to the set uninvited. Rumor has it she spilt everything and brought screenshots. It's giving FBI meets Zeus Network and chaotic. Oh, he's chaotic for real this time. The streets are buzzing with claims that his chitty talk has now led to not just scandal, but possibly a cease and desist. You can't just name your junk chitty and say it means God exists without consequences. Brew, that's not spiritual. That's delusional. And if you thought the fights were limited to verbal shade, think again. This season walked off the job. No cap. One insider said, "I came to make people up, not dodge, weave glue, and flying stilettos." And here's the kicker. The cameras kept rolling, but according to rumors, MTV might be under pressure to cut some of it. Why? Allegedly because lawyers are involved. Oh yeah, lawsuits, subpoenas, and threats of pulling entire episodes. Love and Hip Hop. So now we ask you, are you ready for the most unhinged season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ever aired? Because this isn't about who threw a drink. It's about who might throw away their entire career before the credits roll. And honey, this time the tea is evidence. The shade is criminal. And the love? Well, it never stood a chance. They said season 13 would be legendary. But no. One said it would be an indictment-worthy disaster right from the first second of the trailer. We're not looking at reality TV anymore. This is criminal evidence dressed in designer heels. The cast of Love and Hip. Hop Atlanta isn't just throwing drinks this season. They're throwing away careers, reputations, and possibly freedom. Let's start with the toxic gift that keeps on giving. Rashida and Kirk Frost. You remember them? ATL's power couple turned scandal factory. Well, baby, buckle up. This season, they're back with another betrayal, but this time it's not just whispers. A leaked voicemail allegedly from Kirk himself made its way to the blogs, and it's got the internet in flames. In the audio, a voice eerily similar to Kirk is heard saying, "I was just checking on her. That's all. I didn't even go inside." Yeah, okay, didn't go inside. We've heard that one before, and who is she exactly? According to anonymous sources on the crew. The woman in question is a former backup dancer from one of Rashida's old tours, who's now conveniently resurfaced with a fresh entanglement and claims of her own. But it gets worse. Apparently, Rashida finds out on camera while filming a couple's therapy scene. No less. We're talking full-blown meltdown. Security allegedly caught in the crossfire. Word is, production had to shut down filming for 3 hours. After Rashida smashed a wine glass and stormed off set barefoot, yelling, "I'm not doing this again." And just when you think this is the season's peak, enter Carly Red. Now look, Carly has always been messy. That's her brand. But this season, sis isn't just serving drama. She's allegedly serving criminal charges, according to leaked court documents floating around Twitter, which MTV has. Neither confirmed nor denied. Carly was briefly arrested during filming, tied to an alleged scam involving fake designer purses and a shady OnlyFans collab. No, you didn't mishear that. Word is Carly teamed up with a questionable influencer and launched a fake giveaway, except the bags were knockoffs and the winners never received anything. Allegedly, complaints started rolling in, and boom, Carly got served on the set in a full glam cast dinner scene. They say the camera adds 10 pounds, but who knew it also attracts the feds? An insider who claims to have been on set during the takedown said she was wearing a pink fur jacket and screaming, "I'm innocent. I'm the victim," but the officers weren't playing. MTV allegedly tried to spin the footage as a dramatic, emotional moment, but fans online pieced it together after Carly went Mia from social media for 6 days. And when she came back, not a word about it. Not one. But the mess doesn't stop there. Let's talk about Yandandi and Mendy's divorce, because what's a reality show without a marriage unraveling on national TV? These two came in looking like royalty. But this season, they're giving Game of Thrones meets Jerry Springer. In the trailer, Yandandi drops a line that shook fans to the core. "Sometimes you have to live in your truth and deal with your mess." And that wasn't just deep talk. That was a direct shot at Mendy's allegedly reconnecting with an ex while Yandi was out of town. One anonymous source close to production says, Yandandi got wind of it after a stylist on set accidentally let it slip that she saw him hugged up at a club with some chicken from Fashion Nova. The next morning, Yandandi confronted him during filming, and reportedly Mendy walked off set and refused to finish the scene. But don't worry, the ex-in shows up later in the season on camera with receipts. That's right, screenshots, timestamps, and a whole story ready to burn Yandy's to the ground. And allegedly, Yandy's reaction was so explosive that the crew had to break filming into 2 parts, one with her and one without her, just to avoid a physical altercation. Still with us, because here comes the glitter-coated grenade. Jessica Dime is back. And this time, she's not here to play cute. From what we know, Jessica returns to the show after nearly 2 years away, and sis is mad. Very mad. In her own words, from the trailer, "I don't plead the fifth, 'cause I'm taking the stand." That sounds like a confession and a warning. Insiders say Jessica's return is focused on revenge. She's allegedly been keeping tabs on who talked behind her back, who tried to block her from returning, and who she claims owes her an apology. The result was a verbal takedown of her, with cast members literally walking off set mid-scene. One crew member reportedly said Jessica came with a mission and a list and nobody was safe. There's even buzz that Jessica Dime drops a diss track mid-season aimed at least 3 major cast members, including one who tries to sue over it. The producers allegedly love the drama so much they used the studio footage for the seasons. They removed the midpoint teaser after receiving a warning from the legal department. So let's recap, shall we? Rashida's love life is falling apart on camera again. Carly Red might be facing felony charges before the reunion even tapes. Yandy's perfect marriage is getting cracked open by a woman with screenshots. Jessica Dime is on a lyrical revenge tour. And we're only scratching the surface because it's just the beginning of what could be the most scandal-packed, legally dangerous, and career-ending season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ever filmed. And the worst part? MTV hasn't even aired the good stuff yet. If you thought we were done, oh baby, we're just getting started. Because behind every screaming match, every "I'm done with this," and with every sip of wine in a confessional chair, there's a deeper layer of betrayal, exposure, and calculated chaos hand-delivered by producers who clearly said, let's ruin lives this season. And from what we're seeing, mission accomplished. Let's get into the mess that is Spice. Yes, Queen of Dancehall and Queen of Showdowns. We already knew Spice was never the one to hold her tongue, but this season, she's holding something else. A diss track so explosive the beat itself should come with a cease and desist. Based on trailer clues and confirmed leaks from crew insiders, Spice allegedly wrote a track directly targeting at least 3 female cast members, calling one a plastic pop star, another Mona's biggest mistake, and the third a walking BBL with no receipts. Let's pause. MTV apparently didn't plan on airing the full disc. But fans started demanding it after a short snippet aired in a dinner scene, and the room literally exploded. One cast member flipped the table. Another stormed out crying in Spice. She stood up mid-scene and said, maybe it's about you. Iconic. But the situation escalated fast, allegedly. One cast member's real-life partner saw the episode clip and pulled up to a filming location in broad daylight. Security had to block the gates. One source said the man was yelling, "Keep my girl's name out of your little dance hall mouth," and had to be restrained. Since then, MTV has added more private security to future scenes involving Spice. But let's not forget the real off-camera chaos that might become front and center soon. Carly Red's legal fallout. Word on the digital streets is that her alleged fake designer scam isn't just small-time tea. It might be a video of a larger investigation involving celebrity gifting scams, possibly tied to multiple influencers in the Atlanta area. And guess what? Carly's name was allegedly mentioned in more than one police affidavit. Sources say her case might not only get airtime, it might be used as evidence. An anonymous insider reportedly told an Instagram this season, Carly's storyline isn't even scripted. It's a real-life criminal mess. And the producers are low-key panicking because they might not be able to legally do everything. Imagine MTV sending a cease and desist to itself. That's the level we're working with here. And speaking of cease and desists, let's talk chaotic. Now, if you saw the trailer, you heard it. The man literally said his name is Chitty, and it means God exists. I Googled it. That line broke the internet. It also allegedly broke someone's patience because, a religious organization actually contacted production, asking that Chaotic refrain from comparing his genitalia to spiritual symbols on national television. But the drama doesn't stop with divine delusion. According to a crew member, Chaotic gets into multiple heated arguments this season, including one with an executive producer. Yes, the man allegedly broke the fourth wall, looked directly into a camera, and said, "Y'all think you're going to edit me out? You're going to need Jesus and 3 cameras to block this." If that line doesn't make the final cut, we riot. Meanwhile, let's check in with the one person who's shockingly keeping it together. Jessica White. But don't get too comfortable. Rumors are swirling that her cool girl energy is actually a calculated PR cleanup following an off-season scandal involving another reality star's ex while she appears calm and collected on camera. The cast allegedly starts questioning her motives, especially after she's seen having a secret dinner with a certain rapper who used to be involved with not one, but two of her castmates. Jessica reportedly denies it, saying it's just business, but the rest of the cast isn't buying it. In one confessional, a cast member reportedly says she thinks because she models, she's above the mess. Nah, baby, welcome to Atlanta. And now, for the biggest wild card of all, Little Scrappy. He's back. It's bruised, and apparently he's done holding back. Scrappy reportedly opens up this season like never before, calling out past castmates, confronting baby mama drama, and revealing things about his relationship with Bambi that allegedly had even the editors uncomfortable. In one scene, he's heard yelling, "I gave you everything. My love, my name, my grandma's car, everything." And when Bambi claps back with, "You gave me lies and leftover groupies," the room reportedly goes dead silent. Producers allegedly had to step in after Scrappy punched a prop wall on set, leaving a visible hole that apparently stays in the background for 2 full scenes. Classy. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Because while all this is happening in front of the cameras, there are rumors swirling that someone behind the scenes is leaking scripts and footage to fan pages. Yup, an anonymous Twitter user known only as LHHATL has allegedly posted early access episode summaries, leaked screenshots, and even unreleased passanes from the cast. MTV has been scrambling to plug the leak, but some insiders believe the mole may actually be a disgruntled former assistant producer who was fired after getting into it. With a cast member off camera, the leaked footage includes a moment where a cast member throws shade at the editing team, saying, "They're going to make me look crazy again, huh?" To which someone off camera allegedly replies, "You did that yourself." If that isn't the realest thing said all season. To make matters worse, fan pages are now dissecting every episode preview, matching outfits, background details, and timestamps to figure out who was where, when, and with whom. Reddit is currently hosting entire threads titled "The Real Timeline" of Season 13's betrayals. TikTok users are reenacting fight scenes and trying to read silent arguments from behind the scenes in promo shots. The fandom aren't just watching, they're investigating, which means if MTV doesn't tell the full truth, the streets will dot. And that, folks, is the true power of the season. It's no longer just a show. It's an open case, a timeline puzzle, and a messy live-action investigation. Every episode is a clue. Every confessional is a cover-up. And every cast member is a suspect in downfall. We told you this wasn't just reality TV anymore. This is Love and Hip Hop, the criminal edition. And it's just heating up. So, as if secret diss tracks, resting on camera, and religious complaints about shit aren't enough, now we have cast members questioning the entire integrity of the show. Rumors are swirling that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta sprouters are no longer just documenting the drama. They're allegedly engineering it, according to sources close to post-production. At least 2 storylines this season were manipulated with spliced audio, reshoots, and out-of-order edits to exaggerate conflicts. One insider claims that a major confrontation shown in the trailer was actually 2 separate conversations, stitched together to make it look like someone was cheating, when in reality, the cast member in question was talking about their cousins. Situation MTV, of course, has stayed silent. But the cast, not so much. During a recent live stream, which was mysteriously deleted within hours, a cast member believed to be Spice said, "They'll have you looking crazy if you let MU say hello. They cut it to sound like, 'I hate you.'" Aren't playing with these editors anymore, and now fans are starting to notice. online forums are flooded with comments like, "Why is the lighting completely different mid-scene? That wig didn't exist in episode 3. How is she suddenly wearing it in episode 1? That same cup of wine was in 3 scenes, y'all." People are watching this season like it's a crime doc, using frames, rewinding dialogue, and investigating it like Zodiac. And it's paying off. Multiple viewers have pointed out continuity errors, stage meets, and even moments where cast members break character mid-fight only to resume after a hard cut. One Redditor even posted a frame-by-frame breakdown of a Rashida and Kirk conversation, noting that the camera angle changes 6 times, and each time the drink level in Rashida's glass is different, sis. They're editing this show like it's a Christopher Nolan movie now. Meanwhile, baby mama drama is spiraling into chaos, especially involving Scrappy, Bambi, and a mysterious new woman introduced mid-season. She's not in the video of the main cast yet, but insiders claim she was originally brought in as a background guest and quickly became the center of an unexpected paternity twist. Yep, apparently. This woman drops a claim that she and Scrappy had a brief situation before he officially reconciled with Bambi. The problem? She says she's pregnant. And when the rest of the cast finds out, a nuclear-level fight breaks out at a birthday party shoot with drinks flying, shoes off, and the police allegedly being called in for crowd control. But here's where things get darker, because sources say this pregnancy claim might have real-world consequences with Scrappy. Now, LHHATL mending a paternity test and Bambi filming her reaction live. One insider said she knew about the girl, but she didn't know about the baby. And she definitely didn't know cameras were rolling when she found out the aftermath of. That scene was being teased as the most emotionally raw moment in Love and Hip Hop history. And if it makes the final cut, we may actually see a cast member walk away from the show for good. And don't sleep on Eric Mena, who might not even be back officially, but her name is being thrown around left and right this season. Apparently, footage resurfaces of an off-camera rant she made about another cast member's child. A newer cast member brings it up during a round scene. The group nearly turn on each other in what's being described as a verbal massacre with emotional collateral damage. That's a quote from a crew member, by the way. But if all that wasn't enough to break the show in half, enter the final boss baby mama number 2 versus Spice. The trailer teased it, but trust the full story is worse. According to leaks, Spice I is blindsided when another cast member accuses her of indirectly causing family issues between her and her baby's father. The reason is a music collaboration that was never cleared but went viral anyway. The unnamed baby mama felt disrespected and, in true LHHATL fashion, decided to confront Spice on set with printed-out blog comments. Alleged demiz, and a speaker playing the verse that started it all. Now, in most shows, that's where the drama would peak. But this is Atlanta, baby. We go big or go home, because Spice reportedly laughs in the woman's face and says, "That's not a disc, sweetie. That's a hit." Boom, cue the meltdown. One cast member gets up and yells. Another grabs a champagne bottle. And someone actually yanks a mic off their body and throws it across the set. That mic, by the way, allegedly broke a light, which delayed filming for 2 hours and cost the network $9,000 in equipment damage. MTV reportedly had to shut down the location and reschedule the rest of the scene for another day. But fans might still catch glimpses of the chaos if the leaked clips circulating on TikTok are any indication. And finally, in a moment that's being described as the cliffhanger of the decade, the trailer hints that one cast member is officially under investigation, a real one. While names haven't been confirmed, rumors suggest that a certain male cast member is involved in a federal case related to financial fraud, and that producers had to call legal before allowing him to film. Insiders claim a warrant may have been issued during filming, and the final episode of the season allegedly ends with someone leaving the set and never coming back. Yep, gone, and no hugs, no reunion speech, no dramatic fade out. just a cold, hard exit, and maybe, just maybe, a mugshot to follow. So, to wrap up this veto of this wild ride, relationships are collapsing. Francis are imploding. Producers are manipulating lists that are possibly being broken, and cast members are literally vanishing. This isn't just Love and Hip Hop Atlanta anymore. This is a Law and Order VH1 unit, and it's only this video. It's just when you thought things couldn't get more chaotic, scandalous, and downright illegal. Season 13 pulls out its ace of drama, MTV cover-ups, and cast member criminal cases being hidden in plain sight. That's right. Not only is the cast wilding out, but producers might be sitting on footage that could change everything. Let's rewind and shine the light on Mendy seeing Harris. Remember when we said Yandandi and Mendy's marriage was giving us a well scratch? That they're giving us F by worthy betrayal, according to a source who claims to work in post-production. A deleted scene shows Yandandi confronting Mendy about a suspicious phone call in the number allegedly tied to a woman involved in one of his past legal battles. Yep, that's the same Mendy sees who did time for drug trafficking. So when this mystery woman's name popped up again, the cameras went dead silent. And so did Mendy sees. Literally, he walked off set hot and disappeared for the rest of the day. Yandandi was left standing there and reportedly broke down and told producers, "I can't keep defending this man when he's out here making me look stupid." One insider claims this breakdown was too raw for the trailer, but it's coming mid-season. And fans will never look at them the same again. Some even believe this could be the beginning of the end for their marriage on camera. Meanwhile, the trailer hints at another scandal bubbling under the surface, and all eyes are on Little Scrappy. Now, we already covered his paternity chaos and Bambi beef and video. Hold on, there's a new twist. A second woman has entered the picture, claiming she and Scrappy have been talking for months, and she's got proof. Texts, voice notes, a hotel receipt, and even a blurred-out pic of him sleeping in her bed. And you guessed it, she shows up on camera. Sources say her appearance wasn't planned. She allegedly found out the filming location from someone in production and pulled up uninvited. Scrappy looked shook. Producers tried to cut the scene, but the cameras were already rolling. Witness from the set claims the woman said, "If you won't tell the truth, I will cause that baby might be yours too." Let that sink in. Scrappy reportedly denied everything. Cast members who saw the messages believe otherwise. And Bambi's sister left the set in tears, refusing to return for the next 2 days of filming. That's why she's missing from the trailer's last few shots. It wasn't for suspense. She was dot, and now comes the video that fans are calling. It's too real for TV because it involves MTV themselves. Allegedly, producers were advised by legal counsel to cut any footage involving pregnancy. Claims that weren't verified, meaning entire scenes may never see the light of day. But here's the gag. Bloggers already posted screenshots from these scenes weeks ago. So now fans are asking if we already saw it online. Why cut it from the episode? The answer is toys to cover up. A former intern from Post allegedly messaged a fan page saying there's stuff they filmed this season that could actually get people in trouble. So they're trying to walk the line between good TV and a legal nightmare. And speaking of legal nightmares, let's get back to Carly Red ... as her fraud scandal picks up steam. Too does the pressure from her alleged victims, who are now speaking out anonymously on social media. One woman claims she paid $500 for a Carly endorsed designer handbag through a giveaway that never existed. Another says Carly blocked her after asking for a refund. And now, one of those women has filed an official complaint with the Georgia Attorney General's office. That's right, we're talking government involvement. Now, insiders say producers have been forced to edit Carly's storyline carefully, avoiding certain phrases like scam, fraud, and lawsuit due to pending investigations. But let's be real, fans aren't dumb. They know something's up. Blogs are already titling her from Fashion Nova to Federal Time. And in case you thought that was the final straw, enter the mysterious Baby Mama Award. Remember the brief line in the trailer where someone yells, "You're laughing at my husband having dealings with your husband's baby mother? That's funny to you?" Well, guess what? That wasn't just a casual diss. It's that line between two women who share the same baby daddy and two women who share the same stage. It involves a love square. Yes, square. Where two men allegedly fathered children with two women. And those two women are now beefing while dating other cast members. Confused. Good. That's the point. It's messier than an unpaid bar tab at a reunion taping. The fight escalates when one of the baby mamas reportedly threatens to release text messages from both men, proving they were seeing her at the same time they were appearing on the show with someone else. Screenshots have allegedly been sent to cast members, and MTV is deciding whether to air them or blur them out. But here's what's not blurred: the physical altercation that follows. One cast member allegedly threw a champagne bottle which ricocheted and hit a camera operator. Another pulled someone's wig halfway off before security dragged them apart. The set shut down. The episode extended to a 90-minute special. The fallout is ongoing. This is what season 13 has become. It's not just a reality show, but a crime scene, a scandal mill, and a court case waiting to happen. And let's not forget that one moment that had everyone gasping in the trailer. If I can't have it, I destroy it. I'm not sharing it. That line whispered in a confessional scene is allegedly tied to a revenge plot involving property damage. Yes, we're talking about someone slashing tires, keying cars, and even allegedly throwing bleach on clothes. While no charges have been confirmed, cast members reportedly refused to film with the individual involved after the incident, leading to a partial suspension from filming. It's not just petty anymore, it's dangerous. Just when you thought season 13 couldn't spiral any further into chaos, buckle up, because what's coming next is the scandal within the scandal. See, while the fights, cheating, and baby mama drama have the cast unraveling, the real tea is this: MTV may be covering up its sound mess to protect the franchise. Insiders have come forward claiming that not only are certain scenes being selectively edited, but entire narratives are being rewritten in post-production to maintain control of the cast image and avoid backlash from advertisers. Let's take the case of Jessica White. In early cuts of the season, Jessica reportedly had a full storyline centered around her alleged reconciliation with a famous ex-boyfriend who also happens to be connected to another VH1 reality show. But by the time the super trailer dropped, poof, it was gone. So what happened? According to a disgruntled crew member who allegedly DM'd a gossip blog anonymously, they got scared. Legal got involved. His team sent a letter. MTV didn't want to risk another defamation scandal. If that's true, it explains why Jessica's screen time feels edited, weirdly calm and carefully neutral, with no mentions of her real-life drama and certainly no hint of what's been blowing up on social media. But don't worry. Fans caught on. One TikToker posted a side-by-side comparison of Jessica's original outfit during a dramatic dinner scene that never aired, proving that entire segments were removed despite being filmed and promoted in early press. That video got over 1.3 million views and counting. Even worse, the leaks are coming from inside the house. Someone, allegedly a freelance editor or assistant, is dropping sessionals, text overlays, and B-roll onto burner accounts across Reddit and Discord. These clips show things like cast members laughing right after emotional outbursts and producers giving verbal cues, like, "Say that again?" But angrier and more damning. A scene where someone says, "Mona said this scene has to go viral, so make it messy, Mona Scott." That's love and hip hypocrillage, baby. Now, let's not pretend this is the first time producers have meddled in a storyline. But season 13 feels different. Fans aren't just watching the show. They're dissecting it, and they're seeing the cracks in the system. One Reddit user who goes by Cinesnap claims to have mapped out the real timeline of the season based on background clues, outfits, and unedited social media posts. According to them, multiple episodes are out of order, and one fight that appears to happen after an apology actually happened first. The goal is to manipulate how we view the cast, make some look like villains, others like victims, and in the end, confuse us enough that we stop asking for accountability and just tune in next week. But fans are smarter now and louder. Twitter has exploded with hashtags like hashtag LHHUNCUTND and hashtag MTV manipulated me, calling out the show for not showing the real side of the drama. Some are even threatening to boycott unless MTV releases the director's cuts or raw footage from key scenes. And guess what? A former Love and Hip Hop Miami producer backed them up. In a cryptic tweet, she wrote, "Let's just say ATL isn't the only one with skeletons on the cutting room floor." Girl, what? This ignited even more rumors that VH1 has been building false narratives for years, and now the digital age is catching up with them. Fans are archiving live streams, syncing Twitter posts with episode timestamps and cross-checking outfits to reveal inconsistencies. And what's the result? MTV is panicking. One source close to the network claims they've launched an internal investigation into how footage keeps leaking. Staff phones are now being checked on set. NDA clauses have been tightened. New security measures are in place. One insider even claims they had to re-edit 2 episodes because something already leaked before it even aired. Worse still, cast members are turning on the production team. Allegedly, after the reunion taping, which, spoiler alert, was pure mayhem, multiple cast members threatened to quit mid-contract due to how they were portrayed. Some even consulted attorneys to dispute scenes they claim were fraudulent, damaging, and manipulated. And remember that reunion? Oh, it's coming, and it's going to be a bloodbath. Leaked footage from behind the scenes shows security separating 3 cast members, one of whom is screaming, "You edited me like a damn villain. This wasn't my storyline, and you know it." Sources say the reunion might be split into 3 parts this season. Not because there's too much to cover, because they had to pause filming multiple times due to screaming matches, walkouts, and legal threats. And speaking of legal, let's talk arrests. The big rumor. One male cast member was arrested during filming, and producers scrambled to cover it up by using footage from earlier episodes to create a fake storyline explaining his absence. The arrest, which allegedly involved a federal warrant for unpaid taxes and fraud, may still be ongoing, which means the reunion could serve as his first public explanation. A source on the legal side claims MTV is skating on thin ice. If they showed much, they could be seen as complicit. If they showed a little, they'll look like they're protecting criminals. Either way, it's... Now, let's zoom in on Rashida and Kirk, the ageless couple we love to hate. You thought they were stable now? Wrong. While they appear in the trailer laughing and drinking, rumors suggest Kirk's been creeping again. And this time, it's someone from production. Allegedly, a PA production assistant was spotted leaving his hotel room at dawn during a remote shoot. When questioned, she claimed she was bringing chargers. Okay, girl. Rashida reportedly found out and refused to film for a week, sources say. Her breakdown on camera was so raw. Even Mona stepped in to offer her a personal break, something that almost never happens. And Kirk is still denying it all. But behind the scenes, he's allegedly been banned from interacting with certain female crew members alone, a move that raised even more eyebrows. This is what Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 has become. A cover-up circus, a crime scene, and an editing war zone. Fans want the truth. Cast wants respect. MTV wants everyone to shut up and keep watching. But we're not going anywhere. Because if there's one thing this season taught us, it's that reality TV isn't real anymore. It's manufactured chaos sold as truth. And the cracks are showing, baby. And now the real chaos begins. Because while the editing tricks, producer manipulation, and social media leaks are one thing, what's happening behind the camera is where the truth gets way darker. Insiders claim this season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has become a powder keg of lawsuits, mental breakdowns, and real-life criminal consequences that even Mona Scott Young can't spin her way out of. Let's start with the alleged nervous breakdown on set. One cast member, whose name we'll keep mysterious for now, allegedly had a full-blown emotional meltdown while filming a reconciliation scene that was forced by producers. According to multiple sources, she screamed, flipped a table, and stormed out after realizing the man she was being pushed to forgive had just gone public with a whole new woman. She screamed, "You think this is TV? This is my life." One camera operator reportedly refused to keep filming and left the set in protest, saying, "This isn't what I signed up for." Another staff member filed a complaint with HR, claiming the environment was becoming unsafe and exploitative. And let's not even talk about the involving Mendy and his boys, which fans are already calling a scripted mess designed to make him look deep after the cheating rumors. But according to one assistant director, it wasn't just fake. It was reshot 3 times to make his words sound less incriminating. Apparently, the original audio had Mendy saying something like, "Sometimes you have to lie to protect your home." MTV allegedly cut that line completely from the trailer and overdubbed it with, "Sometimes you have to live in your truth." Yeah, that isn't the same thing, boo. And if you thought Spice would be sitting quietly this season, lol, think again. Spice is back in full savage mode, especially after that diss track drama explodes in episode 6. Here's what happened. Another cast member, again unnamed for now, accused Spice of releasing a track that threw shade at her ex, who just so happens to be the father of her child. The lyrics? Wild. She says, "Your man isn't faithful. He is faithful to whoever is feeding him." Shrimp. You can't make this up. The woman confronts Spice during a fashion show taping, and what starts as a calm conversation erupts when Spice allegedly laughs and says, "I can't control who feels guilty. If the shoe fits, wear it, sis." That's when security got called, wigs got pulled, and someone's dress split right down the back during the chaos. But the real gag was that Spice was mixed up the entire time and didn't drop character once. Even when castmates screamed at her off camera, she allegedly walked straight into her confessional and said she wants clout. "I gave her content." Legend. Now, let's talk about Jessica White. While her story may have been minimized, what remains on screen is still messy. She's filmed crying in the trailer saying, "You think I wanted to fall in love with a man who was never mine?" Sources say this moment is about a secret engagement, one that was allegedly called off after the man in question refused to film with her on camera. Jessica reportedly told producers, "Don't use me to make him look good. I'm not a prop." The fallout, Jessica walks off camera and skips filming for 3 episodes. It's causing delays and forcing the editors to shift the season arc mid-airing. But the producers are still hungry for chaos. So what do? Allegedly call in a replacement cast member mid-season, described by insiders as the ultimate agent of chaos. This woman reportedly shows up at a group event, claims she's dated to cast members, and then casually announces she might be pregnant with one of their kids. No confirmation, no test, just vibes. The room exploded. Producers allegedly had security on standby because they knew this reveal would send everyone into orbit. And baby, it did. Rashida allegedly got up and told the crew, "This show used to be about music and love. Now it's just Maury meets Bad Girls Club." Let's not even get into Carly Red's legal drama. Or wait, yes, a storyline this season is being heavily monitored by legal advisors. Why? Because her name has now been connected to an alleged Ponzi scheme run through a boutique she's affiliated with. One blogger claims Carly recruited women to join a fashion investment club, promising returns of 20% or more, But according to anonymous reports, no one has been paid back, and several members are now planning a civil lawsuit. When Carly was confronted about it on camera, she reportedly screamed, "This is jealousy. This is lies. And I won't let y'all drag me," to which another cast member clapped back, "Then stop making it so easy, sis." And here's the kicker, Jan. The entire cast is allegedly being watched by Network Legal this season. Every confessional is reviewed. Every scene is reviewed by risk management before it airs. And producers are actively negotiating scenes with lawyers in the room. Why? Because this isn't just drama anymore. It's potential liability. Sources say even Mona is walking on eggshells. During reunion prep, one insider says she was heard saying, "We have to be smart this season. Can't afford another scandal to blow." Up in court. Meanwhile, fans are living for it, posting side-by-side clips, digging up tweets from cast members' pasts, tagging MTV execs, asking for receipts, and creating conspiracy threads about who's behind the leaks. And let's be real, they might never get answers. Because what Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 has become is no longer just a show. It's a reality war zone where storylines, edits, real lives, and fake personas collide in a train wreck that we just can't look away from. It's messy, it's dangerous, it's addictive. And with each episode, it gets more unhinged. Welcome to the point of no return. Season 13 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta isn't just messy anymore. It's radioactive. We're talking arrests, betrayals, secret indictments, and cast members who may not even make it to the reunion. The drama it's court documented. Let's begin with the biggest bombshell of the season so far. It's been acting way too calm in recent episodes. If you've been watching closely, you'll notice he's suddenly got less screen time, vague storylines, and no drama. You know what that means? Lawyered up. Insiders claim this particular cast member has been hit with a sealed federal case that includes wire fraud, tax evasion, and illegal real estate transactions. Let's just say he's been doing a little too much, flipping houses and flipping stories on camera. According to an anonymous production mole, he was served papers while we were on break between takes. They had him shook. He didn't even return to finish filming that day. Word is, MTV Legal is working overtime to blur the lines of reality and avoid showing anything that could imply they knew about his shady dealings. 1P reportedly said they told us if he asks about that scene, just say it's on hold due to editing, but it's not. It's being erased. Carly Red's legal circus. Yeah, it's no longer just rumors. Sources now say at least 2 formal complaints have been filed with Atlanta's Department of Consumer Protection over her failed fashion line and fake giveaway schemes. A blogger leaked emails where disgruntled fans claim Carly ghosted them after payments. And one woman even threatened to fly to ATL and pull up to her store in person. Allegedly, Carly responded by blocking every single woman involved in hiring private security during shoots. But guess who's not blocking anybody? Spice. If anyone's rising from this chaos like a phoenix and in Louboutin heels, it's Spice. After being accused of provoking a diss war, what did she do? She dropped a second diss track. 3 cast members by name, and one of them allegedly tried to get the episode pulled from airing. Too late, it's done. And Spice, she's not hiding behind cameras anymore. She's owning it. During her confessional, she says, "If they're mad now, just wait until I go live next week." Sis is turning the show into her personal press tour, and fans are eating it up. Her song already hit 1 million streams on YouTube in under 48 hours. And now producers are considering turning her beef into a spin-off special. But the fans aren't just watching, they're investigating. Let's talk about the leaked group chat. Screenshots have emerged of a private group chat between cast members complaining about production manipulation, missing paychecks, and reshoots designed to fake reactions. In one message, a cast member writes, "They got me looking like a bitter baby mama when I was the one being cheated on, and I got the receipts." Another claims, if Mona doesn't fix my edit, I'm dropping the uncut footage my cousin filmed on his phone. Yes, you read that right. Bootleg iPhone footage of actual filming days is being passed around. One scene allegedly shows a producer feeding lines to a cast member. Another shows a fight that was never aired but was rumored to involve a full-blown weave snatch and someone being put in a headlock. MTV is silent because right now they're dealing with another lawsuit brewing. This time from a former stylist who claims multiple unpaid invoices and labor abuse during the shoot. The stylist who worked on set for weeks says they were promised £1,200 a week in creative control but ended up working 16-hour days and being told to shut up and glue more rhinestones. Phew. Meanwhile, the biggest drama no one's talking about. Jasmine and her surprise return. Yes, that Jasmine, the woman at the center of Rashida and Kirk's darkest days. Her reappearance shocked everyone. According to behind-the-scenes chatter, Jasmine returns mid-season for what was supposed to be a short cameo. But producers loved the tension so much they extended her appearance. Let's just say Rashida was not pleased. During their unexpected confrontation, Jasmine reportedly brought receipts, literal paper. She allegedly had a manila folder with screenshots, bank statements, and timeline receipts showing Kirk may have been supporting her longer than he admitted. Oddity. At one point, she allegedly says, "I'm not here to ruin your marriage. I'm just here to reclaim my truth." And Rashida, silent, shaking. One source says this was the only scene that left the entire room frozen, including the camera crew. That moment alone is being called the scene of the season, and fans are already making theories. Some say Rashida leaves the show. Others claim she demands Jasmine's scenes be removed. But one insider teased she didn't leave. It's just coming back stronger. Phew, it doesn't stop. Let's talk to Little Scrappy again. New reports allegedly pregnant now. That's right, another potential baby. And guess what? She reportedly showed up to a reunion pre-shoot 6 months pregnant, demanding to speak to him. Production tried to block her, but someone led her backstage. The chaos that followed, chairs were thrown and screaming ensued. Scrappy allegedly had to be escorted out. And now fans are wondering, is this why he's been so quiet lately on social media? Probably because this season is the undoing of so many relationships, brands, and careers. The line between what's real and what's fabricated is completely gone. Everyone's guilty, everyone's exposed, and no one is coming out clean. MTV is currently scrambling to control the damage, preparing legal teams, cutting scenes, and possibly canceling future spin-offs just to contain the fallout from this season. Because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 isn't just reality TV. Anymore, it's a televised implosion happening in real time. And we're just getting started. If you thought the cast were done dragging each other, think again. And the knives are sharpened behind the scenes. Let's start with Rashida and her silent rage. After Jasmine's messy surprise return and bombshell revelations, Rashida went quiet on set. But don't let that silence fool you. Sis was plotting. According to 2 cast insiders, Rashida threatened to sue production if any of Jasmine's scenes aired without her knowledge, character defamation, and emotional sabotage. One producer leaked. She was screaming that she's not going to be a pawn for ratings, she said. "I built this franchise. Don't play with me like I'm new talent." Phew. Not Rashida pulling rank like she's the age of Atlanta. Meanwhile, the production team was in panic mode. Why? Because Jasmine came with receipts. Real ones, screenshots of payments, voice notes, and alleged conversations with Kirk discussing how to manage the narrative. And in one shocking twist, Jasmine even pulled out a gift receipt for a luxury bag she claims Kirk gave her this year. Not 2017, not 2020, 2024. That single detail alone has Rashida allegedly considering quitting the show altogether. She reportedly told a producer off camera, "Either she goes or I go." But if you think Rashida's exit would calm things down, oh baby, think again. Because while the front camera drama is popping, the real war is happening backstage, and it all exploded during the taping of an episode at a luxury mansion set in Buckhead. The setup was supposed to be simple, a healing dinner to bring the ladies together. Instead, all hell broke loose. The cast were told to write anonymous questions to each other and drop them in a box to be read aloud. Sounds cute, right? Wrong. Because someone, let's just call her an instigator in heels, decided to go nuclear. One question read, "Why did you pretend your BBL was natural when you paid for it with your married boyfriend's credit card?" Boom. Just like that, the dinner became a war zone. Erica Dixon allegedly stood up and screamed, accusing Bambi of submitting the question. Bambi denied it, but security had to physically separate them as drinks started flying and the table flipped. A crew member said, "We were told it would be a chill scene. Next thing I know, we're dodging wine glasses like it's a reality show. A war zone." After the altercation, 3 cast members refused to film for the next 2 days, citing unsafe working conditions. MTV quietly moved filming to another location. But the damage had already been done. And it wasn't just physical. Emotional explosions followed close behind. In a separate shoot meant to be a couples therapy-style session. Little Scrappy broke down on camera for the first time in years. Sources claim he confessed to not knowing how many children he actually fathered, saying, "I got people sliding in my DMs with pictures of toddlers, and I don't even know what's real anymore." Producers were reportedly stunned, unsure if he was serious or just playing it up for sympathy. But when Scrappy allegedly walked off set and sat in his car crying for 20 minutes, it became clear it wasn't just for TV. And his ex Bambi wasn't having it. She allegedly fired back in confessional. "You want to cry now? But you didn't cry when you were cheating in hotel lobbies and leaving your baby's diaper bag behind." The internet ate it up. Clips from these confessionals were leaked to a fan page and hit 1 million views in less than 24 hours. Now, fans are calling for an entire off focused on Scrappy's mystery kids. Yep, you heard right. A Scrappy Daddy Diaries show is being pitched by fans and allegedly discussed internally by producers. But let's get into the biggest sabotage scandal yet. Rumors are swirling that Jessica White, one of the season's newer faces, allegedly hacked into the group chat used by producers and cast to schedule scenes. She allegedly accessed production notes, upcoming plot setups, and even private DMs between producers and other cast members. How did she do it? Word is she had help from a tech-savvy friend who used to work in production. Jessica allegedly used this access to skip drama scenes she didn't want to be involved in, claiming she accidentally missed the message. One source claimed she ghosted us on 2 major group scenes. We didn't know until someone realized she had all the notes before they were even sent to her. Jessica has denied the claims, calling it fake and desperate. But producers are reportedly furious and considering removing her from the reunion. Speaking of the reunion, few chilly, the tea is boiling. Reports claim the reunion will feature at least 2 surprise cast appearances. Hint: one is from Miami, one cast member being served legal papers on Komarawa physical altercations. One involving a wig being ripped, often stomped in a lie detector. Segment that ends with someone storming off the stage and screaming, "I told y'all I wasn't the one sending the messages. It was your sister." Yes, cousin, sister, and the contract drama. Insiders say MTV is restructuring how cast members are paid after multiple people complained about not receiving bonus checks tied to episode airings. One cast member reportedly sent a voice note to a blogger saying they owe me $15,000 for season bonuses. "I'm not filming another word, I get my coin." Another cast member allegedly filmed a confessional in protest, stating they want me to cry on camera for pennies. Nah, pay me like a housewife or don't call me at all. At this point, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta isn't just a show. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Every episode brings new exposes. Every confessional drops new bombs. every off-camera leak ends. Up is front-page gossip within hours, and Mona Scott Young's empire is hanging by a thread. Up next, the final segment of this video where cast walkouts, criminal subpoenas. And one shocking hospital visit will threaten the future of the entire franchise. Welcome to the collapse, baby, because what started as a reality show is ending like a courtroom drama. Let's begin where it all falls apart. The reunion taping was held at a confidential location with extra security and NDAs flying like confetti. This reunion was supposed to be the redemption arc, a safe space for apologies, growth, and maybe a few dramatic walk-offs. Instead, it turned into an alt war. According to multiple insiders, the drama started before cameras even started rolling. Bambi and Erica Dixon reportedly got into a screaming match in the dressing room where Erica allegedly accused Bambi of leaking fake stories to the blogs about her parenting. And not just any blogs, gossip pages, known for publishing dirt for cash. A makeup artist on set told sources they were nose to nose. Security came in before the first lipstick was applied, but that was just the appetizer. The real chaos started when producers brought out a mystery guest halfway through the reunion. And it turned out to be none other than Kirk's other alleged baby mama. Yes, another one. Not Jasmine. A brand new woman, a new name, a new baby. She walked on set, holding what she claimed was the truth in her purse, a DNA test, and 14 months' worth of child support receipts. The audience gasped. Rashida walked out, completely exposed. The woman slammed down the papers on the table and said, "He told me it would never come to this, but here we are." Rashida never returned to say that producers are now debating how much of the reunion footage to air. Why? Because legal teams are involved. Real paternity claims, alleged fraud, and rumors that one cast member may sue the network for emotional distress and character assassination. Meanwhile, Jessica White remembers her group chat hacking scandal. She was reportedly banned from the reunion entirely after producers discovered she was leaking shooting schedules to a YouTube blogger with over 200,000 followers. Even worse, she allegedly recorded confessionals on her phone and tried to sell them to the blogs before the episodes even aired. One assistant director was overheard saying was supposed to be reality TV. Now it's just espionage with lip gloss. But Jan, we're just getting warmed up. Lil Scrappy's world is imploding too. After the mystery baby drama leaked, another woman surfaced online claiming she was pregnant with twins and Scrappy was the father. She tagged both MTV and Mona Scott Young in her viral TikTok and demanded to be included in next season's cast. Scrappy's response was that he went live on Instagram with tears in his eyes, saying, "I don't know who to trust. My life is spinning." Behind the scenes, Scrappy's reportedly being advised to take a break from filming, but production is begging him to stay, especially since his storyline is now the most viewed segment on the app. Yes, Mona's app, where bonus footage is being dropped weekly for hungry fans. Oh, and speaking of Mona, she's reportedly in emergency meetings trying to clean up this mess. According to multiple industry whispers, MTV execs are concerned that the franchise is spiraling beyond repair. Several advertisers are said to be reconsidering their placements, especially after leaked audio from a reunion where Mick captured a cast member threatening to drag a BH off stage. One insider said, "This isn't love and hip-hop anymore. This is love and homicide." And yet viewers can't get enough. Social media has exploded with conspiracy theories. Some fans believe the show is intentionally being sabotaged so Mona can reboot the franchise under label, while others think the chaos is just a video of the new script. But let's not forget the darkest bomb of them all. The criminal subpoena. Yep, sources confirm that one cast member has received a subpoena linked to a federal investigation involving fraud and paid taxes and wire transfers connected to fake business ventures. The suspect allegedly read large sums from online investors with no product ever being delivered. One whistleblower claimed image influencer scams wrapped in Louboutin heels. Carly's team has denied everything, but producers have now cut her screen time in the final episodes, and there are rumors that she may be dropped from the cast entirely next season. And finally, the hospital scare that left the cast shaken happened during the final group shoot of the season. A high-pressure dinner meant to wrap the storyline arcs. Multiple cast members were there, cameras were rolling, and secrets were being spilt. Then suddenly one odd cast member collapsed. Panic broke out. Production called EMTs. Everyone stopped filming and are being kept tightly under wraps. Sources say the collapse was stress-related. And the cast member is now resting and recovering with family. The footage of the moment, MTV says it will not air. But the rumors, they're loud. Some say it was staged. Others say it was karma. And if you believe it's the universe saying enough is enough. But the show marches on, and with season 14 already rumored to be in pre-production with new faces, surprise returns, and possibly a full-on rebrand. The only thing we know for sure is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta will never be the same again. Not after the lawsuits, not after the betrayals, not after the secrets that finally saw the light. So after all this chaos, scandal, betrayal, and reality TV madness, we have to ask, is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta even a reality show anymore? Or is it a live-action ticking time bomb disguised as entertainment? Because what we just witnessed wasn't just a messy season, it was a full-blown cultural earthquake. And if you're still breathing after watching that super trailer, congratulations. You're stronger than half the cast. Let's recap what we've survived, shall we? Carly Red is facing federal heat with rumors of business fraud and a subpoena that could literally end her entire TV career. Yan Dandy and Mendy alleged cheating, strip clubs, secret footage, and whispered breakdowns behind the scenes. Jessica White is hacking the group chat with lip gloss, scrappies, baby bombshells, receipts, and TikTok twins threatening to crash the reunion. Rashida walking out and Jasmine dragging the past back under the spotlight like it's a Maury rerun with better lighting. And that mystery woman at the reunion who dropped a DNA test like it was a mixed-tap few. And let's not forget the cherry. On top, a full-on collapse during filming. A real-life health scare that shut production down and has the entire cast shook. Now, tell us, what do you think this show is turning into? Is Mona Scott Young finally losing control of the empire she built? Was all a setup from the jump? It's just another scripted reality explosion. Is Rashida really done for good? Or will she pull a Bianca and come back harder next season? Is Carly Red headed for handcuffs or just another misunderstood entrepreneur storyline? And the biggest question of all, who do you believe? The cast? The bloggers? The side chicks? The baby mamas? The producers hiding in the shadows with the real footage? Drop your theory in the comments because, let's be real, MTV might hide the truth, but the fans never sleep. And we're just getting started. If you thought season 13 was wild, word on the streets is that season 14 is already casting and they're bringing in new blood. More influencers, more drama, and more lawsuits. They're not just filming a show anymore. They're building a cinematic universe of toxic TV legends. So if you want exclusive BR, breakdowns, leaks, deleted scenes, and inside info that the blogs are too scared to post, you already know what to do. Smash that like button like you're flipping a reunion table. Drop your wildest theory in the comments. We read every single one. Hit that subscribe and turn on notifications because we've got more exposes coming that'll make you question everything. And share this video with that one messy friend who lives for drama. They'll thank you later, 'cause in a world where reality TV is faker than a BBL from Craigslist, we bring you the truth they don't want you to see. The cast may plead the fifth. The producers may hide the tapes, but we will always drop the receipts. Was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13 exposed? And trust us, Chan, the crown isn't just heavy, it's crumbling. And when it falls, we'll be here to show you exactly who tried to catch it and who got crushed underneath it. Until next time, Stay messy, stay woke, and stay tuned. We're not just watching the show, we're rewriting the whole damn script. Peace, drama queens.